Okay, comrades, today is my birthday, so I want to do a video that I want to do, one that I think will be fun. Now, a friend of mine said that he wished there was a Hezbollah flag in Fallout 4, so I thought, hey, you know what? I'll just go ahead and make it for him. So that's what this video is going to be. It's going to be a tutorial on how to make your own flag for Fallout 4. So I'm going to go through this. It may seem kind of technical, but bear with me, because I've spent a lot of time figuring out how this shit works. Okay, right now we're in the creation kit. What we're going to do is we're going to load the base game into the system, and that's going to take quite a while. So in the meantime, we are going to look for other things. Alright, here's a Hezbollah flag. Take it from Wikipedia, because Wikipedia can go to hell if they don't like... Oh, what the? That's small. Okay, we'll just take this one. So we'll just take this, desktop, flag of Hezbollah.svg. I don't like SVG. It's hard to use for making mods and stuff. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So while that's the creation kit is still loading up, we're going to use some tools. Okay, this is the Bethesda archive extractor. This is the this is what's used to essentially take things out of Fallout 4. So what we're going to go down to the data folder where all the stuff is carried, is held. Fallout 4. We are looking for materials. We're going to take all the textures and all the materials, because I don't know which file the texture is in. So we're going to go down here, select none, and what we're going to do is, rather than making a whole new base mesh and all that stuff, we'll just use an existing one, because this way it's faster and it'll take less effort. And the file size will be smaller, which is better for your system in general. Flag. Now the base one that we want is the Minuteman Flag 01 material file. We need the material file, and we also need the actual texture itself. And there it is, the Minuteman Flag texture. Now we're not going to take the normal map or the specular map, because we're not going to change those. We're going to keep those the same. So we're going to extract, and I have a specific folder for extracting any of these Bethesda materials too. Now I just want to say, for notice that you can extract things from Fallout 76 using this method. Like, this archive extractor will work on Fallout 76, but you probably shouldn't do it because Bethesda wouldn't like it. Remember, anything you do for personal use, non-commercial, they can't really say anything. So just be careful what you do. Okay, if I remember correctly, the set dressing Minuteman Flag materials. Set dressing Minuteman Flag 01. So we're going to copy this file because it has a lot of the information that we need. Now I have 3 folders already open: meshes, materials, and textures. So we're going to back out of the AK mod that I was working on, and we're going to make a new one. Hezbollah Flag. Now I am aware that I just spelled that wrong, because my spelling is absolute garbage. So I'm going to go back to here, put that in properly. Hezbollah Flag. There we go. Flag, Hezbollah. We don't need the 01 because there's only going to be one flag. Hezbollah. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to, okay, Hezbollah. Now we're going to make one for the textures. New folder. Hezbollah Flag. This is a list of all my actual mods in the game right there. So, like, if you go to outfit, there's like every outfit I ever made for Fallout, which is, as you can see, is a lot of outfits. I've made over 50 outfits. Well, if anybody's looking to roleplay, like, legit, I've done a lot there, so you'd be able to find something. Okay, now we're going to go into Minutemen. We're going to go back to the extracted materials, extracted assets, textures, set dressing, Minutemen. And there you go. That's the Minuteman-based flag. I'm using based as in the base is what it's from, not based as in great. I mean, I'm just saying. So we're going to paste that into the Hezbollah flag. Now, of course, this is going to be a little bit difficult. What are you doing? Now, I'm going to edit this, but I'm going to do it with a free program called GIMP, because while it's like the free version of Photoshop, it's not as good as Photoshop, but it doesn't really matter because it only does, it doesn't have all the features that Photoshop does, which is fine because I don't use those options anyway. So here we have the actual flag. This is the texture in the game that's used. Now this is done with a, you see how it says D here? Well, you can't see because I don't have that thing up. Where it says Minuteman Flag D. That should say Hezbollah Flag, but whatever. Okay, the D means it's a diffuse map. There's 3 maps: diffused, normal, specular, and then a glow map if necessary. Basically, there are 3 different points of information that tells the texture how to act. The only thing we're dealing with here is the diffuse, which is like the base texture. So we're gonna go back to the desktop. We're gonna get the Hezbollah. Yeah, sorry, my desktop's a mess because it's I was doing a lot of modding, and these are all 3D modeling files. And we're gonna take the Hezbollah and drop it down there. Now we want it to line up with this one. See, now this is going to be a problem because it doesn't fit exactly. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. There is a way around this. We're going to take the dropper, copy the color, layer, new layer, foreground color, boop, drop it underneath the flag, and we're gonna line it up with that and say scale. Now see, now we got something going. Now what we're going to do is merge the Hezbollah flag and the background together. We're gonna merge down. And then what we're going to do is, now this would be done differently in Photoshop, but this is the way I do it in GIMP. You're going to go to the Minuteman Flag layer, hit Alpha to selection. Then you're going to go invert. You're going to go up to layer, pardon me, you're going to go to selection, and then invert the selection. So now it's no longer, the original was selecting the texture and then skipping all of the holes in the flag. This inverts it, so now it's selecting only the holes. Then we go back up to the original. We take our eraser and we just make a couple sweeps over it. Select none. See, now we have the Hezbollah flag looking just as desiccated as the Minuteman flag. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the finished flag, and we're going to move it over here. Then what we're going to do is we are going to delete the original Minuteman flag layer. Whoa, 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 whoa. What's this bar here? Ah. Okay. I see what we did. Still the select none. See, I missed the spot up here. I was too busy trying to do that. I was going too fast and I was not paying attention. There, now that whole area up there should be deleted. Now we're going to duplicate the layer. Bring it down. Put it on top of the original Minuteman, and now we can delete the original Minuteman flag. We don't need it. Now we can merge. You're going to want to merge down. We're dealing with a file type called DDS, which is a Microsoft Direct Draw surface. This is not one of the ones that you show up in regular photo editing. This is only used for actual video games. It's a particular file type, which is a pain in the ass to use, but because we are modding a video game, you know, this is the kind of thing we'd use. So we'd merge down. Now this goes a little bit outside of the borders. That's going to be a problem. You cannot do that with a DDS. It'll screw the whole thing up. So we say layer to image size. There. Now it's the actual thing. Okay, now this looks a little bit bright for me. It's not post-apocalyptic enough. So what I am going to do is I am going to go into the saturation and turn down the saturation a bit. That way it looks like it's faded, it's been through a war and stuff like that. Now we're going to overwrite the original Minuteman flag that we worked on. We're going to go back to the Minuteman. It's already been changed here. Now the reason that says PaintNet, because Paint.net has a... It's kind of like Paint, but it has a little bit more tools, and it can do file types that Microsoft Paint doesn't do, like DDS, for example. Okay, now we're going to get rid of that. Okay, how do I spell Hezbollah? Oh wait, I could just look at the damn title bar. Hez, B-O-L-L-A-H. Hezbollah. Enter, and it's a diffuse layer. So now what we're going to do is we need to set up the material file, which tells Fallout basically all the information of the texture. So you have the texture files, and then the material file that tells the Fallout 4 engine how to deal with the textures. So what we're going to do is go over to the, like I said, the material file. Now because this is a flag, and it's going to remain a flag, we're not changing the basis of what it is. So this right here, Minuteman Flag, we're going to change that. We're going to take it from here. We're going to go to Textures, JU Mods, where I save all my stuff, Hezbollah Flag, there. And that's the one that we just made. So basically the normal map, which gives it its three-dimensional look, like it's think of it like a 3D map. Like it makes it look 3D. Because it's a flag and we're not changing that, it's going to stay exactly the same. Now the specular map makes it look like how it interacts with light, and again, because it's a flag and we're not changing it, that's going to stay exactly the same. So we save. So now the material file has been set up. It has all the right textures. Now we're going to go back into the creation kit and show how, and now we're going to put it into the game. Man. Now this is everything that has listed as Minuteman. Now, because we're not making a whole new mesh, because frankly it's not necessary, you can use the existing flag mesh as it is, I am going to have to find the original one here. Let's see. Crap. Okay, the thing I'm looking for is a material swap, and it'll actually be MM. Let's just, okay. It would probably be easier if I just use swap. So now I'm looking for a flag swap to see if it's under F. No. There's going to be a... I'm trying to find the material swap for the flags. I swear it's under MM. Or MM to BOS. God damn it. Okay. To BOS. Flag. There we go. Minuteman, which is the base flag, and then every other flag is on it is swapping the texture on the original. So, yeah. So now that we have found the correct, file, we're going to change this flag Minuteman to, let's just say H flag, so that I don't have to try to spell Hezbollah all over again. That's the original flag right there, the Minuteman flag. Now we're going to change it, and its replacement is normally the Brotherhood of Steel flag in the game, but we're going to change it to the flag we just made. Where are we? No, it's not under Junkyard AK, Hezbollah Flag. Hezbollah Flag BGSM. Okay, so now we have a swap. Now, I've changed the name of the entry. So we're going to hit OK, create a new form. Yes. So, now, the next thing we're going to do is create the physical flag itself. Now, what I want to do is this is something that he wants to put in the game, like not just like something, a background in the game, but like a constructible object, something you can make and put in your settlement. So I have to sort of remember how to do that. Now I'm pretty sure it's still the same way. Okay, workshop. This is the constructible object. Like, this is the recipe on how to make it in the game. So I will just look at the original. And flag wall USA. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're leaving this essentially this the same. We're going to redo it. Flag wall Hezbollah. I think I wrote that right. And this will be the name that shows up in game. It will be... fuck off. Let me paste it, you bitch. Hezbollah flag. Now, we're using the same original base mesh, but it's the material and the textures that we're changing. Custom material swap. Yes. I'm actually using the wrong one. I should be using the Minuteman one. That's why this isn't working. Okay. I shouldn't have done that. I fucked up. Okay, forget all that. Custom wall flag Minuteman 01. Jesus. Flag wall Hezbollah. Mezbollah. Fuck. Sounds like a Jewish soup. Hezbollah. Hezbollah flag. See, now it has the right. Now there's the custom material swap. That really should have already been shown up. I don't know why it didn't. That swap that we just made didn't show up. I don't know why. But that's okay. I could just select that regardless. And there's the custom material swap. That remains the same. That remains the same. Okay, all that stuff, because it's a static mesh, remains the same. So there you go. Flag, wall, Hezbollah. Now what we can do is go back into the wall flag. Now here's all the things. You have to... all the things. Basically, okay, let's just change it to Hezbollah. Make it Hezbollah. Hezbollah. Okay, so workbench keyword. It's going to be in decorations, which in the build menu. You're going to pick it up. It's going to sound like cloth. When you put it down, it's going to sound like cloth. In the recipe filter, what this means, it's going to be under the flag section. It's going to take 5 cloth to build it. Now this one says you have to be in the Brotherhood of Steel faction in order to make the Brotherhood flag. But we're going to ignore that because I don't think the Brotherhood of Steel even know what Hezbollah is. That is a condition, something that you have to do first in order to be able to make that. But since that's completely unnecessary, because we don't need to be in the Brotherhood of Steel to be supporters of Hezbollah, this is the path we're going to take. So there you go, workshop constructible object, Hezbollah. Why do I can't spell? Workshop flag, the place where it's supposed to be put in the menu, the components needed to build it, and no condition. I'll tell you what, let's do something a little bit fun. Inshallah. Now we're going to go back to Fallout. We're going to put that in the description. Inshallah. And we're going to hit OK. The spell check inside the program doesn't know what Inshallah is. So we're going to ignore that. And we're going to hit OK and create a new form. Yes. Now, basically this is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to save it. The prefix that I use on all my mods, thanks for messaging me in the middle of a thing, underscore. Never made a single thing before. Let's say flag Hezbollah. And there we go. Now we're going to go over to the Nexus mod manager. As you can see, it just appeared at the bottom here because I saved the file. Now let's run it and make sure it actually works. Okay, here we are in game. And yes, I'm aware that my guy doesn't have any legs. I'm working on an outfit for this guy, and I haven't made the pants yet. But that's not what we're here for. We're going to go into workshop mode. And like I said, it's under decorations, wall decorations, and flags. Oh, see, there it is. It shows up right on the menu. Hezbollah. And there it is. We have our Hezbollah flag. Now, there's more details I could have done, like add dirt to it, etc., to make it more post-apocalyptic-y, but I don't think the guy that I'm making it for, really cares too much, as long as it's there. So, I mean, there it is, right there. There's the Hezbollah flag that you can throw into your settlement anytime you want. So, there you go. Oh, speak of the devil, that's the guy who wanted the flag. There you go. That's it. So we've proven that this works, and I like to alt F4 out of everything because I'm lazy. So now we know that our stuff works, and we've already saved it. Now, how do we make it so that it's somewhere you can upload it? Now, I can't upload this to Nexus because Nexus does not tolerate Hezbollah. They feel it's a terrorist organization, and they remove stuff related to Hezbollah, so I'm just going to do it from my friend and send it to him. Okay, create archive. Now, this is the thing that Bethesda really screwed up with the creation kit. It should know everything that you've put into the game, but it doesn't. There's the material file we made. What we need is the actual texture as well. JU mods, Hezbollah flag, Hezbollah D. And that's it. That's the only thing you need is those two things, because this is a small, easy mod. And then you're going to want to pack it in. I mean, normally you'd have to put material files, custom meshes, scripts, quest scripts, stuff like that, depending on how complicated your mod is. But we're going to just go easy with this one. Now they're going to want to pack this. You don't have to pack them, but I do it because it just makes everything cleaner and easier. JU mod Hezbollah. Now, when you're making this, it's going to make two files: the main file and the texture file, which means the textures will go into the texture file, and everything else will go into the main file. The first one is always main, and the second one is always textures. Okay. There you go, it's created. Now we're going to go back to the data file. We're going to go skip down to the JU section. JU Flag Hezbollah. There it is. Those are the three files that you need for any mod. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compress them into a zip file. The reason I use zip rather than RAR is because that's what Nexus Mod Manager takes. So I'm going to say Hezbollah Flag. Set to zip. Okay. Now that's everything you need to do right there. Right from this point, you would actually go to the Nexus website and you would upload the actual flag. I mean, you would upload this file to the Nexus, and then from there they would do everything that they're going to do, and then you would download it and whatnot. But I'm not doing all that because that's pretty self-explanatory when you get there. But this is the basic idea on how to make a custom flag for Fallout 4. It's not hard. The pain in the ass part is dealing with the DDS file format, or image format. It requires a plugin for GIMP. It requires a lot of huge pain in the ass stuff, but this is the file format that Bethesda uses. I don't know why games use the DDS format. I don't know that much about them. I don't know how they work, but that is how they work. And so dealing with the file format is great. I mean, other than that, all of this is just very straightforward, very easy to understand. But it's not something you would know but be able to figure out unless somebody shows you. Once somebody shows you how to do it, then it's pretty easy. Okay, so that's going to be my video for today. It was my birthday, and I did the kind of video that I wanted to do. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.